Kilogram. Listen, we are back tonight, back in these LA streets with my man, neighborhood Crip, my man, RICHDOLLARS64 from Making of a Man TV. You know what I mean? We're going to have a good show tonight, tapping in just to see what's going on in these LA streets. It's your man, Kilogram. You already know, Big Jersey. You know what I mean? Let's get it. Before I start this show, I want to let y'all know, y'all already know that my podcast is sponsored by the great folks of Milagro right here. So Milagro is one of the, crisp, smooth tequilas on the market right now. You know what I mean? Make sure if you hit the liquor store, you pick up you a bottle of Milagro. This goes great for first dates, anniversaries, graduations. Pour it on the rocks, ginger ale, lemonade, cranberry. It goes down smooth, no diddy. This your man Kilogram, you already know. Milagro, you know what I mean? Check me out. Big bottles, big bottles. You know what I mean? I'm the only podcast that's, not making millions of dollars that got a sponsorship. You know what I mean? You see what's going on. Salute to the homie.
Salute. What's the deal, bro? What's poppin'?
Ain't nothing right now. You look frozen right now, but hopefully it catches up because I know it does that sometimes.
For real? Got me froze?
Let me see. Right now it is, but I mean, it's 3 people in the building. Usually they'll tell me like, nah, Graham, he good, but let me see you move your hand like this. Yeah. Nope. Listen, do me. Okay, I see the hand come, but it went. So this is what I want. Okay. Yeah, that looked better right there. You good? You might have to go out and come back in. Yeah, no diddy.
All right.
Sometimes these YouTube things, we have little technical difficulties, man. Remember, we on the East Coast, he's on the West Coast, so naturally we're gonna get a little kickback. But when Rich come back in, we're gonna cook, man. This your man Kilogram. We about to cook with my man, RICHDOLLARS64. Let's get it. All right, let's see. I think that's a better look. I see you. Once again, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Once again, you frozen again. You can see me, right?
No question. Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, all right. So yeah, there you go. Right now, you moving. You got your Wi-Fi on. You turned your Wi-Fi on.
Yeah, shit. My Wi-Fi been on. Salute.
Okay, cool. Okay, now you good. You good now. Salute the death of the clout chaser in the chat. Big Chuck. My homie Ghost. You know what I mean? What's good with y'all? All right, so listen, Rich, man, welcome to New Jersey, man. You finally made it. You in these East Coast streets. You in Camden. You in Trenton. You in Patterson. You in Jersey City, man. You in Elizabeth. You in Newark. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
Hey, y'all ain't gonna trip because I got my NY hat on, huh?
Oh, nah, it's all good, bro. I know you neighborhood, man. But listen, man, it's a funny story because we met on the Wack 100 show and we was going at each other. And at the same time, look how the tables turn, and you see we up here doing some business, and it goes to show you that 2 grown men can create content, and we don't got to kill each other. You know what I mean?
No question.
All right, so we're gonna cook, man. We're gonna go right into the show, man. Let me know, like, what part of California are you from?
I'm from West Covina, California.
Okay.
It's right outside of LA. Like 20 minutes outside of Los Angeles.
All right, what is West Covina known for?
West Covina is a city. It's a suburb of LA.
Okay.
It's a city where, niggas getting money.
Right.
Niggas having money, big houses and shit like that.
Okay.
It's a pretty affluent area, but it's an area where you have your urban parts, you have your parts where it gets down and dirty at.
Okay. What top celebrities are from West Covina? Like NFL players, NBA, anybody off top you can name?
Jason Giambi, He played. He was West Covina. He played for
Okay.
the Yankees.
Okay.
Let's see. Eric Bieniemy, the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs when they won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Offensive coordinator. He from West Covina.
Any big time rappers?
I wouldn't say big time, but you can say Mr. Grimm. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
No, I never heard of Mr. Grimm.
Mr. Grimm, he used to be with Death Row
Okay.
back in the day. Let's see. You got the Far Side. You ever heard of
Okay,
Far
yeah,
Side?
yeah. I heard of Far Side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Far
hell
Side.
yeah.
They out of West
Right.
Covina.
Okay.
You got a lot of actors out of West Covina.
Okay.
You know, Ken Lawson, the
Okay.
dude from I forgot the name of the show. Then you got Darius McCrary.
I heard of him. That's that ain't my man from Family Matters, is it? Carl, look, like in the words of Luce, Carl Winslow's
Yeah,
Carl.
man. Yeah. But there's other people. I just can't think of everybody off
Right
the
now, I
top.
think that you
It's a
did
lot
pretty
of
good off the
motherfuckers
cuff.
out the cold. You know what I'm
Yeah, you
saying?
did pretty good naming a few people, man. So listen, take me back to a young Rich growing up in West Covina. Like, did you have both parents?
I did until I was like 5 years old.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My pops was a jazz musician. You know what I mean? So my pops was out playing jazz. He was in a lot of big bands. He was in the Jimmy Smith Quartet. You know, my dad was going overseas and shit like that. My mom's was a beautician. So my mom stayed gone out the house. I had two sisters and a brother. So I was the youngest of the family. So there was a lot of idle time for myself. So for myself, I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out.
Okay. Did you play sports?
Yeah, I did play sports. That was my outlet. I was a running back. I ran a lot of touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing what shut me down with the sports is that as you running touchdowns, you get in the end zone, you scoring. There was never nobody there to cheer me on besides the coaches and other people's dads. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't getting that adulation, you ain't getting that praise from your family. And every time you got to ride home, you riding home with somebody else's dad. You know that shit can get old.
Yeah. And then because you said pops left at 5, so mom's got to work. She can't make the game. She got to do what she got to do.
Nobody can make the game.
Wow, that's crazy.
The best player on the team ain't got nobody there to cheer for him.
Yeah, I know. I went through that too. You know what I mean? My mom was a single mom. We'll get into that a little later. So I know I definitely know how that feel. But my sport of choice was basketball. So yours was football.
I'm a hooper too. I ended up.
That's what's up. All right, so what's the dynamics with your siblings, man? Y'all all get along. Everybody's alive. Everybody's doing good.
Yeah, everybody good. My sisters is all good. My brother, my brother good and shit. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, my sisters, my sister was their boyfriends was Crips. You see what I'm saying? So when I was a young nigga, my sisters, their boyfriends was Crip. My sister, her boyfriend, his name was Papa Mad Dog, and my other sister, her boyfriend name was Sinbad. You know, they was Crips early in the 70s. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas with afros this big and shit. You know what I'm saying? Drinking small liquor bull. So I was raised up in that shit since a little kid. Those was the people I seen.
So you took my next question. I was going to ask you, like, when you came off the porch, how did you get into Crippin? Like, did the influence come from the boyfriends? Did they put you on?
No. The influence was where I lived at. It was always Crip. You feel what I'm saying? There was really no Bloods around, so the influence you was either gonna be in the Mexican gang or you're going to be a Crip. You feel what I'm saying? And in my area, it was neighborhood Crip.
Okay.
And
so y'all not part of the rolling 30s, 40s. Y'all not part of that. What do y'all consider?
We part of the rolling car.
Okay.
We in that. We with all of the neighborhoods. We just from we from West Covina neighborhood Crip. There's West
Okay.
Covina neighborhood crib. There's Linwood neighborhood crib.
Okay. Okay.
There's a lot of different neighborhood crib sets.
Right.
And they all fall up under the neighborhood crib banner, which is the rolling car, which is from the 30s to the 100s. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all just specifically don't have a number attached to y'all's. That's it. Y'all just y'all more like neighborhood
from the city.
y'all. Yeah, neighborhood with y'all city.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Our city.
So you know, I mean, I don't know if it's federal to talk about who put you on. You know, did you know?
Yeah, we don't talk about all that. But I've been on there. I'm on there.
Okay,
you know
you don't talk about
I'm
that.
official like a referee with.
Okay, all right, nah. I'm just saying, I ain't know if it was cool to talk about it. All right,
yeah.
all right, so listen. All right, so Pops is out the house. You playing sports. You know, early on you was influenced with the gang culture. So are you did you have any college in your future? Did you know go to school?
Hell yeah. I played basketball. Like I said, after I stopped playing football, I started playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? I was always playing basketball, playing football, running track. You know, I went to John Wooden basketball camp. The coaches paid for me to go John Wooden basketball camp. You know what I mean? You stayed 7 days at Cal Lutheran University, the same time Dallas Cowboys having a training camp. So I'm right there rubbing elbows with Dallas Cowboys while I'm in basketball camp. So I'm hooping. I went to JC. I played in JC, but that was it. You know what I'm saying? The streets was there for me. I caught my first felony when I was 14 years old.
Okay, what was it? Gun charge, drug charge?
No, possession of sales of cocaine, 11-351.
Did you have to go away?
No, you know what actually happened is I beat it on illegal search and seizure.
Okay.
Because you have a right with the Fourth Amendment to be able to move freely within the United States of America. Right. And by me riding on my bicycle, the police had no reason to really stop a nigga. At that time, it was still in the early stages of the dope game, so where they were letting people still exercise their rights. Now, as the game started moving on, you know, they
probable cause came into effect.
Cause out of the window. Just being black was probable cause. You feel me?
Right. All right. So okay. So the first felony, you end up beating that case. From that point on, does it teach you how to be a better criminal? Did you become a smarter criminal at that point?
Yes, it did. It taught me how to become a smarter criminal. I didn't stop. You know what I'm saying? I had a long let's see, I had a 24-year run of committing felonies and living a criminal lifestyle. You feel me? And that went from county jail to prison to becoming, you know, all type of different investigations. It's been a rough life, you know. Nigga been shot twice. It's been hell. It's been up and down. It's been heaven and hell.
Let's talk about that. You've been shot. Like, was that something that you, wrong place, wrong time, or just kind of like it's a war going on? You just have
to. That's what it was. It's like, okay, when at the time this was going on in the 90s. In the 90s, Mexican mafia wanted the politics on the streets to change. You know what I'm saying? They wanted the black gangs out of Mexican areas. So we were in an area where we were really getting money, and it was in a majority Mexican area. So it was basically what you call a green light on my neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? Whenever you have a green light on your hood, that means every gang from everywhere, it's their obligation to come in and get at y'all. So one day I'm riding, I go pick my girl up. I take her to this restaurant. It's called Beef Bowl. Beef Bowl and Taco Bell's on the corner of the street. When I pull up, I see one of my homeboys, this nigga named Little. Shout out to my nigga Little from Stevenson Village Crib. Stevenson Village Crib is in Carson, California.
I heard of Carson before. Yeah.
It's outside of Compton. You know what I'm saying? Compton. It's in the harbor area. So I see my nigga Little. I hop out the car. I'm talking to him right there. As I'm talking to him, I see a car, a black Maxima, pass by with like 4 Mexicans in it and shit. I see him. You know what I'm saying? They don't throw no gang sign and nothing. They just look and they turn the corner. When they turn the corner, I noticed, I look back and there's an alley in between the Beef Bowl and the Taco Bell. When I look back, a Mexican is running through and he's shooting. He busted.
Right.
Boom. When he shot, I took off, right? Well, it hit me right here and went through and hit my nigga Little right above his,
His
tricep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
nigga
So
shot
the
2
bullet went
people
through
with 1
you and
bullet.
hit the bullet went through you and hit
Yeah,
your man?
yeah.
That's
And I was
crazy.
this far away from getting paralyzed.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying?
And you lucky they ain't try to walk all over you or nothing like that. They just kind of
Yeah.
hit you and jump back in the car, right?
Well, yeah, because they came from the alley. They ran through the alley, did their thing, then hopped back in the alley and hit the car. Because remember, I told you they was coming this way, and then they turned the corner. They must have stopped their car on that side, ran through the alley, got off on us, and then ran back to the car to get away, head straight up north on that street like that.
Right. Now, do you think they was following you, or they was just surveying
No.
your
It was
neighborhood?
just that I was a nigga that they wanted to bust on. You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying? I was one of the dudes that they wanted to kill, want to smoke.
Wow. And did you have a flashy car at that time, or they just knew who you was?
They knew who I was because I wasn't in my car. I was out of my car.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I did have a cool whip. I kept a whip. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Kept some on Dayton's or as the game moved on, we always kept a whip.
Okay. So from that point on, after getting shot, are you reevaluating the streets at that time? Like, are you saying like, wow, like I might need to do something different? You know what I mean? What's your thought? What was your thought?
Nah, because when you out there in the streets and you crippin' and you trying to be a loc, right? You trying to be the hardest loc out there.
Right.
That's a part of the game. Getting shot, shooting at niggas, selling dope, going to jail, fucking bitches, getting money. That's what that lifestyle is intake. So that's just par for the course. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off no shit like that.
Right. So how long did your recuperating? How long did that take?
Oh shit, it was actually just a flesh wound because it hit me right here. So after the staples, it was about maybe 10 days, 7 to 10 days. I was back on the block. You know what I'm saying? It didn't never really knock me down. I was still getting my money. Now, if you notice this hand right here, you see how this hand is right here?
Yeah, I see the finger a little jammed up.
Yeah, this finger got knocked off, shot off from a hollow point.
It got shot off?
Yeah, basically they put this motherfucker back on.
Now, was that the same shooting? This is a different time.
No, this was a whole different other time.
Let's talk about that. Like, so what was you at with that one?
Standing outside by a phone booth. Talking on the phone booth. Mexicans right by and shot again.
Dang. You on the phone booth like this. So you had the phone up and that's when you was like that. So it hit that hand on that hand over there.
It hit this hand.
Okay. Wow.
Hollow point went through, hit here, broke this motherfucker.
And it was hanging off, probably.
Hanging, dangling. Can you imagine? This motherfucker's dangling.
Yeah. I know that the pain was crazy, right?
Boy, he was. You know what? It was crazy because before I went to the hospital, I thought I could just go and wrap it up because every time you get shot, you go to the hospital, police coming.
Right.
Police is coming every time. You feel what I'm saying? And I got shot in an area where it was police officers and sheriffs. Right. So by the time I got to the hospital, the sheriffs came. Sheriffs don't really give a fuck. Sheriffs pull up. What happened? I tell them what happened. Woo, woo, woo. They gone. Took their report. West Covina police come. They want to keep going on. So I'm in so much excruciating pain. They ain't stopping with the questions. I just start screaming. Ah! The nurse comes like, you guys got to leave him alone. They just take me upstairs. You know what I'm saying? So, that's crazy.
So once again, it's two shootings. I guess this is another day at the office, right?
It is.
It's just another day.
It is because that's just a life. When a nigga is living that life, When you out there living that gang banging life, you just out there, that's just what it is. It's just part of the course. You just glad you didn't get smoked.
Right. Yeah, and that's true.
The
So
niggas is getting smoked.
yeah, so with all with the lifestyle, the getting money, the shootings, you got your ops, which is at this time is the Mexican gang. Y'all on the lookout for them.
Mexicans, it's Bloods, it's other
Right.
Crips.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's everybody.
Did you have any jail time throughout all of this shit going on?
Of course.
County jail or what?
County jail, prison.
Okay, that's what I meant. So when y'all go to the county in West Covina, is it the same LA County that everybody goes to?
You going to LA County jail.
Wow.
You ain't going to, there ain't no other county jail you're going to. You're going to LA County Jail, Men's Central.
That's
Central
crazy. So how for outsiders, how big is LA County jail? Like, because I know it's like 81 cities in LA, right?
It's more than one jail. You got Men's Central Jail, which is two jails, because you got Men's Central Jail and you got Twin Towers. That's two jails in one. Then you got all of the farms, which you got Wayside, you got Wayside Max, you got Wayside Minimum, you got Medium North, and you got Super Max. You got one, and then they got Linwood, where they got other modules. So the LA County Jail has about 9 to 10 facilities.
That's crazy. And it's all called LA County Jail. All of these facilities.
All LA County Jail. Yeah, this is all the people from the Los Angeles County. You got to think about it. Los Angeles County is one of the biggest counties in the United States of America.
Right. So was you in there catching fades and doing all that?
Yeah, you got to. You got to be in there doing what you're doing. You got to be in there handling your business, or you're going to get ran over.
All right. So so going to LA County, right? When you in there, is it like a small stint you doing, and then you go to prison, or you did like a year there, then you went upstate?
The number of times that I've been in LA County Jail, it depends on how long you're there. If you're there, you fighting a case, you could be in LA County Jail 7 years.
Dang.
If you caught a long joke, like say you caught 20 years, you might be in the county jail 3-4 years before they get ready to take you to the pen, because it ain't no rush to get you there.
Right.
Now, at the point it got so crowded in California corrections and prisons and shit that they started letting people do parole violations in the LA County Jail and Wayside Max.
Right.
And Super Max and shit like that.
Okay. All right. So from LA County Jail, how long, for 2 questions, how long did you stay in there? And then how long did your bid go upstate?
Well, shit, I've been in LA County Jail, shit, numbers of times. I've been in LA County Jail sometimes for 7 months, sometimes for 4 months, 5 months. You're gonna move all around.
Right.
When I first started going to LA County Jail, that was back when they had money. You used to be able to keep what's called a wet 40. A lot of people don't know what a wet 40 is, but when you come into county jail, all you can have is $40 on you. And before they give you the money, they dip it in water, so it don't have no drugs on it. That's why the money is called a wet 40.
Right.
But once niggas start having money, you was able to start hustling, selling dope. People was robbing, so people had money bags, like how I had this chain on. Nigga have a money bag right here. Nigga have a money bag down here. Nigga have a money bag in his sock. So motherfuckers was having thousands. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, why they took the money out to LA County Jail is because white boys was getting robbed. Motherfuckers was getting their shoes took. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was getting beat up, raped, and all kind of shit. Yeah. So they had to take all that shit out of LA County Jail, because LA County Jail was treacherous.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it's treacherous now too.
It's treacherous to this day. It's always gonna be treacherous.
Okay, so 7 months. I guess you said your max is like 7 months, but then going upstate, did you have to do some years?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, no problem. All right, so after prison, right? Because I was on your Instagram, fast forward to today, and I was looking at some pictures and stuff like that. And I seen you in like scrubs. So I was like, yo, my man ain't like no dental assistant or nothing like that. Like, what you got going on? Like, cause it seemed like you either was in college classes or like, what are you doing now? Cause it seemed like from Instagram you was taking like some type of courses or some shit like that.
So look, like I said, I have a prison pass. Right?
Right.
And they created legislation where you could clean your record.
Okay.
And prior to that legislation being created, I was down in Houston working in the oil fields, running my trucks down in the oil fields. I was trying to start working for the refinery. I had a partner that worked for the refinery. He was from my hood. He had been to prison like me. I was like, how'd you do it? He told me how he went and got his record cleared. So I went about going through the process of clearing my record. And by the time I got out here, that legislation had been passed. So I was already ahead of the game. So what I did is I totally cleared my record. And now what I'm trying to do is assist other brothers and other formerly incarcerated individuals to help them to clear their record and show them that they can start to receive these licenses that they were locked out of before.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing we're doing to give back.
Oh no, that's dope. Cause I figured I said, damn, it's more layers. No Diddy, it's more layers than Rich than just neighborhood and all that. Like when I seen you in a different light, and I was like, I want to touch on that later. You know, I want to see what that's about. Like, was he like in college? Like, what was that about? You know what I mean?
I do a lot of things, man. I'm not just one type of person.
Right.
I get around. I do a lot of different things. I've got a lot of different schools. I got a degree in IT.
Right.
I've been a carpenter. I can build.
Right.
Build a building.
And when you say build a building, you saying that you can build a house, like you can do the framework, all of that,
Yeah,
or
your question, framework, the foundation, all of that.
Oh, that's dope.
Did
you learn that in prison, or did you learn?
No,
how did you learn that?
No. I learned that working. You know what I mean? I was a carpenter in the carpenters union.
Okay.
I've been in the union as a carpenter.
Right.
I've been a truck driver, owner operator.
Yeah.
I've been a business owner. I used to own a clothing store.
Right.
I've done a lot of different things, man. So you can never judge a book by its cover.
Now that's what's up. All right, so let's go to the fun stuff, man. Tell me, like, who introduced you to rap, man? How'd you get into hip hop?
Man, how I got into hip hop was Rapper's Delight, man.
Right.
Once I heard Rapper's Delight and all that shit, I was into hip hop. I've been into hip hop. I've been into breakdancing and pop locking and all that shit from the beginning.
Okay.
Most people don't know, but there's a Dr. Dre. You know Dr. Dre. Everybody knows Dr. Dre, right? Yeah. But Dr. Dre was in this group originally called the World Class Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, that's when they had the Jerry curls.
Mm-hmm. The World Class Wrecking Crew, the dude who was a producer, his name was Lonzo Williams.
Right.
And he's got a shout out to Lonzo. He's got a YouTube channel where he talks about all the historic people that came through his studio. Right. Well, that was where I recorded my first record at, was in Lonzo Williams' studio. So I've been inspired from music since I was a kid. I grew up in a house with a piano. Right. You know, I was a producer. My dad was a jazz musician. I got a number of musicians in my family. So I've always been inclined to music and entertainment and other shit like that.
Nah, that's dope. All right, so like you said, you recorded at Lonzo Williams. You did your first record there. The first record that you did, like, are you distributing it to the streets, or it was just recreation?
That was just on some underground shit. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing your first stuff, it takes a while before you're ready. You gonna always believe and take the perception that your stuff is ready for people to hear, because you're hearing yourself on tape, on record at first. You know what I'm saying? It sounds dope to you, but it takes a while to learn how to.
1 second, fellas. He got to come back. Maybe the Wi-Fi went out. We was cooking.
Damn.
Yeah, I said we was cooking. Go ahead, though.
You got me?
Yeah, you good.
Damn, what the fuck happened?
I don't know. It's like a glitch.
But look, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyways, so, you know, when you first start learning how to put your songs together, you don't even know how to put 16 bars together or a hook. You just out there just rapping, you know. Right. So it takes a while to get to that point, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I got in a group.
Yeah. You said you was part of a group?
Yeah. I was part of
the name of that group?
The group was called Neighborhood Click. And it was a G-Funk group. You know, we was in the G-Funk era, put out a couple records. We assigned
explain G-Funk, because when I hear that, I'm thinking Nate Dogg and like Warren G. Was it that type of sound?
It's that type of vibe. That's what was out on the West Coast in that time in the 90s era. So we put out a record called It's Your Own Life. You can catch it on YouTube.
Right.
It's Neighborhood Click. That's Neighborhood Click with 2 C's.
Okay, got it. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, you can check that out. And then there's another number of other records that we put out under that Neighborhood Click that you can get. That record, it did a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's overseas, people using it. It was one of the top we were one of the top G-Funk groups.
Now, was y'all trying to hunt down, what's my man name? The nigga that signed Easy, and then what's the name? Jerry Keller or whatever.
Jerry Heller?
Yeah, was y'all trying to hunt down him, trying to get a deal?
No, because we had a deal.
With who? What label?
It was PR Records.
Okay.
So we were signed to PR Records, and we had our own label, which was Big House Records. Right. And we had distribution through a company called Navarro.
I heard of that before.
Yeah, so the record was in 50 states, overseas. It was everywhere. It was on the radio. It was, you know.
Was they giving out money then for I guess that was called a P&D? Was it like a press and distribute distribution deal?
Yeah, they were giving out money then.
Okay, all right, cool. What was it enough for you and the group to get fly? Like, hey, you take this, you take that. Everybody was good.
You know what happened, man? Right when the record came out, I went to prison.
Damn. So you ain't ever get to see none of the money.
I got a little bit of the money, but I didn't get a chance. We always end up disgruntled when it comes to money.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you hear it on the radio while you was in the pen?
You know the worst thing is being in the pen when niggas walking up with. They have this catalog. It's called the Walking Hut.
Right.
And Walking Hut is where you buy all your shit from.
Right.
Niggas walking up, hey, cuz, is this you? Because they can buy the CD out the Walking Hut.
Right. Dang.
Niggas, I'm seeing the CD in the Walking Hut and I ain't getting none of the fucking money.
Dang. Life of the streets, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also I put out music myself under the name Sick the Born.
Okay, Sick the Born. 2 C's?
Kilo, if you don't stop,
I'm just asking.
It's gonna be 2 C's for a double dose of that Crippin. Hey,
cool. All right.
You never gonna get no Crip.
You gotta understand. When we get off live, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up to tap in. You know what I mean?
Go look it up, man. Shit,
so you said I'm just saying, Sick the Born. That was your solo project. What label was that? Independent? What label?
That was independent, man. That was me putting it out on my label. I had my own label called Hustle Court Music.
Okay.
Where I had my own artists. I had my own artists. We put out a lot of projects. We did a lot. We did songs with Problem, Corrupt. Niggas did shit with Nipsey Hussle. We performed with. I recorded in all the top studios, Paramount, Waffles Flow.
Did y'all run up to Capitol Records? Did y'all go do? You had because when I came to LA, I made sure I went to Santa Monica to go to Geffen and Interscope, and then I went to Capitol and check Capitol out because those are monumental things when you come to Cali. So
we passed
your backyard.
Nigga pass by that shit all the time when you go into the club. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but you never been
spent so many years going to clubs and. Yeah, I've been in the Capitol building, but I never really had aspirations to get major deals like that. For niggas out here on the West Coast, we come from the spirit of out the trunk. We want all the money. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas out here had the spirit of independence where they was trying to create independent labels. That's how you see we had Big House Records.
Death Row started off independent, right?
Death Row started off independent. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of the people from Death Row. You know, majority of all those people like
who Bunchy, like Bunchy and them. Did you know Bunchy?
No, I don't know them. No, I know mostly the artists.
Oh, just the artists. Okay. Did you ever run into Suge? You have any stories with Suge?
I was in the pen with Suge Knight.
Hey, let's talk about it. Where, LA County or upstate?
No, I was in Chino Prison with Suge Knight.
Wow.
I was in Chino Prison with Suge Knight and Monster Cody.
Wow, that's big. That's huge right there. So, I mean, y'all had, listen, you know.
Guess what?
Go ahead.
Guess what? Both of them was in PC.
Damn, and you was on Mainline?
Yeah. But you know what? Now, the fact that they was in PC, I don't know if it's voluntary or involuntary. Because they have involuntary PC where that's mandatory that they put you in PC. But the fact of the matter is they was in protective custody.
And it could be because of their celebrity though, because Monster Cody is a big guy. He got a big name too.
Yeah, Monster Cody. I met Monster Cody twice. You know what I'm saying? I know Monster Cody.
That's big because I was gonna ask you when you said you was in the pen with them. I was gonna say, did you have an opportunity to chop it up with them brothers?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I was in San Bernardino County Jail with Monster Cody in West Valley Detention Center. When I was in West Valley Detention Center with Monster Cody was fighting the case. Monster Cody called all of his comrades down from different pens. He called them down as character witness. Monster Cody is a Muslim, and every morning they would all eat together, and then they would go out there. They would do their exercises, and they would do their martial arts and shit like that. Marcelli was one of his the people that he called down from another pen. That was Marcelli. His name was Double R, Reggie Reeves. Okay. So yeah, I had a chance to actually spend some days with Monster Cody.
That's dope, man. So tell me how you ran into our guy Luce Cannon, man. How you meet this guy?
Luce Cannon? Well, see, I met Luce Cannon through the internet. You know what I'm saying? I started seeing him around on the net, and I started hearing people say this and say that about him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the type of nigga, I'm not going to believe what nobody say about nobody. I'm going to check a nigga out myself. I'm going to see what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up linking up, you know what I'm saying? And we've been doing a few things together, man. Luce Cannon, in my book, is a good dude.
Right, yeah, hell yeah. Like I said, look, at the end of the day, he hooked us up. You know what I mean? He a good dude. A lot of people say a lot of things about him, but to me, I feel like he got a good heart. And to me, I think that he's a good businessman too. You know what I mean? He know what he's doing as far as how, you know, with this net, he got great connections. So, you know, we're gonna see how it turn out. You know what I mean?
He's a big enough nigga. He can speak for himself. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now that's what's up. So what about Wack 100? I guess did that extension come from Luce?
I've been on Clubhouse for a few years. You feel what I'm saying? And as you know, I'm a moderator in Death of the Cloud Chasers. I've been in Death of the Cloud Chasers. I've been on Clubhouse for a few years. Right. So I've been conversating with Wack for a few years. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Eventually, we start doing the 100 show, and we linked up. We linked up with Wack and shit. And, you know, Wack is a cool nigga too. You know? Right. Like what other motherfuckers might say about Wack or whatever they might think about Wack. With my personal interactions is how I judge another motherfucker. Is Wack has been straight with me.
Right, and I agree. I agree. Switching subjects, man. We're gonna talk about the guy that was just murdered in New York City from United Healthcare. What's your take on that, man? Because I didn't know how to feel about that when I seen it on the news. You know, my thought process was, this a millionaire? Maybe, you know, he did something to somebody or somebody won his job. But what's your take on it?
Me, I think something possibly he knew more than he should know. Somebody wanted him out the way. He was expendable at that particular moment to somebody with more power than he possessed.
Right.
And he was removed by somebody that was contracted. You don't just do that type of hit in broad daylight without somebody giving you the credence or
I agree.
the go ahead to do it.
Yeah, and I could tell it wasn't some hood shit, right? Because
Hell no.
listen,
That was
they used the
professional.
silencer. They used the silencer.
Yeah,
So
that
when
was
you're
some pro
using a
shit, man.
silencer, you're trying to limit noise. You're just trying to get away as quick as possible. And think about his calculation. He used a bicycle because he knew a vehicle would slow him down in the city. But he can go through all the cracks and nannies and throughout Manhattan and did some
And look like he's just a courier.
There you go.
Or look like he's any type of other New Yorker riding on a bike trying to beat traffic and trying to make his way.
Right.
So it was calculated, it was well thought out, and you know what I'm saying? God bless the dead.
Do you think he's gonna get caught?
If they want him to.
Right.
They've been showing a picture of his face today.
I seen that,
So
but
obviously
he was
they
masked
want.
down pretty good though. They only have his eyes. You got to be good to get those. Just this.
Now they got his face out there.
They got his whole face without the mask.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. He's done.
Mm-hmm.
He's done. All right. So we're gonna stay right there on the crime wave. Lil Durk, man. Hit for hire thing, man. Do you think that it's as bad as it seems? Do you think that his lawyers can shift through all of the fluff and find a loophole?
What's the little nigga that's on the case with him that went to court yesterday? He PC'd up right in court.
Are you talking about his man that's supposed to be snitching?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the dude who's on there for the hit. The one.
Oh, yeah. His man just did some shit. He just signed some type of thing. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't remember his name though. But so you saying that you said he PC'd up, meaning he cooperated?
Yeah, he went straight to PC. That's bad work for Durk.
Wow. So if you being that you had your little time away, do you think that this is a life sentence for Durk, or he gonna potentially get like a 20-year something like?
Listen, if they convict Durk for what they got him up there charged for, the next time Durk get out of jail, newspaper's gonna cost $45.
Yeah, hey, ain't no more to be said.
Yeah.
All right, so guess what? Your man Diddy, man. Yesterday.
That's not my man.
Listen. Yesterday, listen, you got the New York hat on,
you
baby.
Tried.
You got the New York Yankees hat on.
You tried it. You tried it.
But listen, hold up. Diddy, another lawsuit came out yesterday. A female said that he dangled her over a balcony. So she's trying to sue him. So this is like case 100 tagged on to Diddy right now.
Let me ask you this. How did she get up to the balcony to get dangled?
That's true.
That's the question.
Right.
I don't want to hear that shit, bitch.
Right.
You came up to Diddy's room. You got dangled. It's a party to diddler. If you're an adult.
Can Diddy lawyers shift through all of this fluff and get him a 5 to 10 and he be home in no time?
5 to 10. If they convict anything, if they convict Diddy of any of this,
right,
we ain't gonna see Diddy no more, man. Dang. That's over. You gotta think about it. Diddy is 55 years old, right?
Yeah, a 10 ball. I heard.
They give Diddy 10 years,
right?
And Diddy been living a cushiony life for the last 55 years. He ain't had a hard day. 10 years in jail, that's gonna be like 40 to a regular nigga.
But he's in the feds. Niggas eat steak and pasta in the feds.
I don't give a fuck. Diddy been having a nigga comb his hair.
That's right.
A nigga shaved Diddy's beard. Diddy didn't even probably put his own drawers on.
No Diddy. That's a no Diddy right there. For real. But so basically, in so many words, you saying Diddy cook.
It's over.
It's over. All right, cool.
It's over for Diddy.
All right, so let me see. So we talked about Diddy. We talked about Dirt. What's next for Rich, man? Like, what's next? I mean, I'm gonna ask you this because you said you've been on Clubhouse for a couple of years. You're a moderator on Death for the Clout Chaser. You're an all-star guest on the Exposure show with Wack 100. You also tap in with the 100 show on Clubhouse too. What's your goal on YouTube for Making of a Man TV? Where you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Oh, I don't have a 5-year projection, man. You know what I'm saying? The way I roll, I don't have no plans. I let God dictate what I'm gonna do. God, I roll only by faith, not by sight. You know what I'm saying? Right. I've learned a long time ago that anytime a nigga make a plan, all God gonna do is laugh at it.
Yeah, I like that. I heard that before too.
So I let him have his way. You feel what I'm saying? Because he created this joint. You know what I'm saying? So as long as I let him have his way and let him do his thing, I'm gonna be blessed. So the way I live my life, I'm on the low stress express. I don't even trip. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
And for up and coming YouTubers, like what would your advice be to them? Like once they get their page rolling, they get monetized. What would be your advice for them to be successful on YouTube?
Send me a cash out because I don't give out no free advice.
Oh, you ain't dropping no game on the youth? You don't want to help the youth?
Yeah. I don't buy dreams.
Listen, all that dope you done slung in the streets, you can't get the kids nothing?
I don't buy dreams. I sell them.
Right.
I ain't never took a square nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But if I help a nigga out, man, listen, look, be yourself. Don't try to be nobody else. Be genuine.
Right.
Be 100. Be accountable for what you stand for. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a flip-flopper. Don't be out here letting people play you any type of way or talk to you or disrespect your name. You only got one name. You only got one image. So the day a motherfucker tarnish it and you let them get away with it is the day you let yourself be fucked off forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maintain your composure. Be a good person. Have a good heart. And you're going to be blessed.
Right. And that's some game right there, man. Oh, so listen, you know what I didn't ask you, man? Does Rich have any children?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many kids you got?
I got 3 kids.
Okay, damn, I got 3 too. You got girls, boys, like all?
I got
all
2
girls.
daughters and a son.
You got 2 daughters. You got a junior?
Yeah. Junior? I had 4 kids. One of my sons got murdered.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, so
how long ago was this?
That was 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Now, did that happen? Was he in the streets?
Yeah.
He was in the streets. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I had my son. Obviously, I have my kids that I have here. You know, sometimes we have situations where we have outside children. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had another son. My son, his name is Ryan. I never knew that my son. See, this is the thing: is regardless if you are in touch or living in a household with your kid, try to find out what's going on with your kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Ask them. Take some time out to see what's really going on with them. You know what I'm saying? Because I never knew that my son was gangbanging. You feel me? Okay. And because when my son would come around me, my son was the most respectful kid you ever want to see. You know what I'm saying? And I remember my son, he came to me. He was like, hey, Dad, you getting old, man. I'm going to call you Pops. Is that okay if I call you Pops? I said, Ryan, I don't care what you call me. You call me whatever you want.
Right.
I said, But I was trying to take my son. The next couple of days, I was going to take my son and take him down to the Navy.
Right.
He was signed up for the Navy, so I was taking my son in the military. A couple of days later, his mom calls me at like about 1:30 in the morning and tells me I better come up to the hospital to say goodbye to my son.
Damn,
feel
bro.
what I'm saying? So I've been on every side of this fucking game. Feel what I'm saying?
Right.
The ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, pleasure and extreme amounts of pain.
Right.
What I could tell niggas is this. When you lose somebody like that, you lose everything. You lose their smile, you lose their promise, you lose their future, and most of all, you lose their love.
Right. And not only that, the cycle of life. We want our children to bury us. You know what I'm saying? So that's another part of it that hurts. You know what I mean? So, and that's deep, bro. That's deep, and I'm sorry to hear that. Sending my condolences, man. May Allah make his grave spacious. You know what I mean? Another thing, we're gonna hit the 3 at the buzzer, man. You spent some time on the East Coast, so I wanted you to shout out some of your partners on the East Coast. What brought you to the East Coast, and kind of like, take my followers through your experience.
Okay. We was doing the music, you know what I'm saying? So we fucked with Smack. Shout out to Smack. Shout out to my nigga Gio from Queens. Shout out to my nigga Gucci, Goldie Mac out of Queens. Shout out to my nigga Shot Money. We was fucked with Shot Money. Shout out to Jim. Shout out to who else? I mean, I know a lot of niggas in New York on the East Coast. Shout out to my nigga, my DJ Gemini out of LES.
Okay.
My nigga Dread.
You at LES? That's New York, right?
Yeah. I tapped in it. And a lot of niggas in New York, man. I was getting money in New York too, man. Don't. Look. Oh, look. Chuck said, "Tell him the Nipsey story."
Yeah. I was gonna say that. I was gonna let you cook. I'm letting you cook though. So my question is this: when you came to New York, did y'all hoteled it, or y'all had homies that y'all stayed with?
Oh man, we had homies. We had hotels. We was really having money, man. So we was fucking with niggas like Gucci, man. We fucking with niggas like we doing shows, opening up for 50 Cent at the Celebrity Arena in Phoenix, doing after party with niggas like Tony Yayo. We fucking with like my nigga was fucking with the niggas that were smacking them niggas before they did the URL. We got songs with smacking the video, sitting at the table with us counting money. Wow. You know what I'm
saying? Did y'all visit Starlet's?
Starlet's was that a strip club?
Strip club. Any strip clubs when y'all touched down?
Nah, I didn't really fuck with no strip clubs in New York. We was mainly niggas was trying to shoot videos. We in Times Square hopping out of Phantom and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Cause niggas was getting money, so niggas was trying to. One thing I could say about my niggas from New York, they always know how to come up with a concept. So niggas was getting so much money trapping in the streets, they came up with the concept of telling my nigga that he won the lottery. See, cause yeah. Wow. That was my nigga Gucci and them cooked that up.
Wow.
Man, like I was with the nigga Shot Money when he signed Big Crit.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
I was fucking with Shot Money when he was the president of Def Jam. And he would come out to California. I turned him on, take him, go get a Crenshaw shirt. I remember this my word. I went to dinner with Shot Money, my nigga Gucci, and DJ DJ Cap, no, not DJ Khaled, but Fat Joe and Angie Martinez at Crush Stations in Beverly Hills.
That's a big move right there.
Yeah, it was a lot of big shit going on. It was happening so fast that a nigga just was really taking a lot of shit for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and at the time, that's when we started fucking with Nipsey Hussle. That's when the nigga Nip was moving around on the East Coast, that's when he started fucking with DJ K Slay at that time. And he was making his bones on the East Coast because at that time, if you wanted to break a record, you had to go on the East Coast, break a record, come back, work your way to Atlanta, get it hot over there, then come back to LA.
That don't make no sense though when y'all got Power 106, whatever that shit is over there, 106.
That was the nature of progression and back in the day. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had to come to New York to get hot, but listen, 50 had to go to LA to get hot.
It's just like that. It's just like that.
It's crazy.
If you think about it, right after Nipsey came out here with came out to New York and started fucking with DJ K Slay, that's when he got hot. He came back. He signed, start fucking with Steve Lobel.
Right. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Because the way I met Nip is I had a homie, like my homie I'm telling you about, the one he has a record with Jim Jones called Swaggin'.
Right.
It was on they had it on 106 in Park. You know check that record out. It's Swag and Jim Jones. It's called Swagger. But my homie, he wanted to do a record with Nipsey Hussle. I was out here and he was up in Seattle. So I pulled up on Crenshaw and Slauson and I seen Nip at the gas station. I gave it up to him, gave him the fingers, the neighborhood fingers. He gave it back up. I busted a U-turn in my Beamer, pulled up and hopped out and talked to him. You know what I'm saying? I told him about wanted to do a record. He told me what his price was. Gave him the bread. He did the record. We had Cocaine on the record. We had West Coast Stone. Of course, we had Nipsey Hussle. We had my homeboy Swag. Right. And you can check that record out. It's called It's Bigger Than You Think.
And that's on all streaming platforms too?
Yeah, you can check that out right now on YouTube. Or you could look to the behind the scenes of It's Bigger Than You Think. And then you can see us putting together the video and shit.
That's fire, bro. See, that's dope that you got those type of memories, man. Like, that's crazy. I mean, but I know you neighborhood, so at the same time, that's regular shit to y'all. You know what I mean? But
and I got other memories with Nip because obviously we've done shows together.
Right.
But also I got a story that we was in the studio with Game one time. Okay. My homeboy Terrace Martin is a producer. Terrace Martin is a platinum producer. And it's one of my homeboys. He sells beats. You know what I'm saying? He's a producer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Terrace Martin. Right now, he plays in Quincy Jones Quartet. He plays with Robert Glasper. He's a world-renowned musician. At this time, we riding around and we selling, taking beats. So Game wanted to hear some beats. We pulled up to Paramount, and we up in there at Paramount Studios, and they're listening to the beats. And at this time, Nip is all around the studio, just going all around. Right. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas, they love Nip, so he just cussing everybody. They all bloods. But I'm tell you one thing about the nigga Game and them, they is all fucking giants.
Giant, yeah. Game about 6'5", 6'6".
No, yeah, these niggas is some big ass niggas.
Yeah.
The only nigga who wasn't no real big nigga, and that was that nigga Avante Rose. Right. But everything was cool. The nigga Game is funny, is joking around and shit, right? But I'm in the back. I'm laid back, right? In the back, in the cut. I got on a red jacket, red and black jacket, a black, like this hat, you know what I'm saying, with some black pants, so you can't really tell I'm a Crip. Till finally that nigga Nip seen me and Terrace. And when he seen me and Terrace, he started giving it up like, "Cuz, what's up?" When he seen us, it was like, you ever seen that movie Colors when they snatch Rocket Jacket, snatch Rocket Jacket open and found out that he was a blood. Right. Well, that's how it was when Game and them looked like, this nigga been in here the whole time with us. We didn't know this nigga was a Crip.
Word.
But everything was cool. Everything was cool until that nigga brother came in there, Big Face Honey.
Yeah. He seemed like he be on bullshit sometimes, right?
Man, when he came in there, the whole tempo changed. That nigga came in and he had a whole bunch of little niggas following him. And then nigga came in walking with a cane. And then nigga had some little niggas filming him in a camera. And he walked up to Game with that camera and they filmed him shaking Game's hand. That shit was crazy.
Right.
At that point,
right.
Nigga was time to get out of there.
Yeah, because you don't know how it's gonna go.
Yeah, it's the tempo about to change.
Right. Nah, that's dope, man. See, at the end of the day, man, it's dope that you got that history. Like you got records with Nip, you've been around them, you've been around Game, you got your partners in New York. You know, you did the music thing, you did the prison thing. You know, you're doing the entrepreneur thing. You raised your kids, you lost your son. So at the end of the day, I think the whole Making of a Man TV describes what we just talked about today. You know what I'm saying?
It's the
See how I
making of a
put
man.
it all together, you're
Yeah, no question.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you was able to grab that quick synopsis and put that together.
Right. And now I'm understanding why you probably gave your name, your YouTube name, to Making of a Man, because it's like your trials and tribulations make who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, and you can take people back through those trials and tribulations to show you the errors of their ways. So in the process of while they're trying to make themselves into a man.
That's a fact. I like it, man. But Rich, man, listen, you gave an all-star interview today. A lot of y'all will see me and Rich on the Wack 100 show at least twice a week. Also you'll see Rich on his own platform, Making of a Man TV, the 100 Side Show. You know what I mean? You'll see me on You Better Not Lie podcast, man. Make sure y'all tap in, like, share, and subscribe. And Rich, it's been a pleasure, man. Jersey welcomes you anytime. Man, we did a classic tonight. You heard?
Hey, Kilo, thank you for having me on your platform, man. I want to say salute to all your listeners out there, man. If we didn't catch your questions, because I see a lot of people said a lot of things.
Yeah, some people trolling in the comments. I ain't even gonna let
we're not gonna worry about the trolls, but to the people who wasn't trolls and the people that's dropping the likes and stood in here for the interview, I want to say I appreciate you.
Right. Salute to you, good brother.
All right, my boy.
All right, I'll see you this week.
Yes, sir.